The movie starts with a child named Nat Love who was having a good time with his family when Rufus Buck and his accomplices, who are criminals, enter his house. Rufus Buck's accomplice had caught Nat Love from behind, while his dad told Rufus Buck to leave his wife and child. But without hearing anything, he shot Nat Love's parents, killed them, and forcefully made a cross on Nat Love's forehead with a blade. At this time, the person who had caught Nat could not see his face, but he remembered the tattoo on his hand. After 20 years of this incident, we see a man coming to the church. Father says that after many years, this scorpion is seen, and the father takes off his cap from his head where the cross mark was made. Seeing this, the man in front of Father realizes that he is Nat Love in the guise of a church father. Nat had reached Rufus Buck's man through the tattoo on that man's hand to avenge his parents. Nate hadn't even seen the man's face. This man asks Nat Love to forget whatever happened. It's all old stories, but Nat Love shoots and kills that man, the real father of this church, who was also watching. Nat Love says, "Don't worry, the U.S. Army has been given a big reward for catching this man dead or alive. Take the reward money and put it in your church." On the other hand, after looting, a gang is going back to his den. And then some people start firing at them because those people were waiting for them. After killing almost everyone in the gang, they leave a man alive to get information about the gang, which he says, "You did very bad by looting us. You don't know to whom this money belongs." Both of them did not care about him because they were the companions of Nat. Here, Nat Love had come to meet his girlfriend in a salon. She was very rich and was also angry with him because Nat Love had become a goon, and his Nat Love gang had also become famous for looting robbers. He was trying to get rid of her anger when his friend came to call him for an important work, and Nat Love meets the surviving man of the gang whom his men had looted in the morning. That says to him, "Nat, you really did very bad by looting us. You will be in trouble because the money you looted was from Rufus Buck, who is going to be released from jail soon. Then see what he does to you for his money." After listening to all the things about that man, Nat sends him alive. In the next scene, we are shown a moving train. A girl was standing on a horse in front of it. Seeing her, the army train suddenly stops, and many people from the gang go inside. And then the girl with the horse very stylishly shows a paper to the general. Do you know what this is? This paper is a government order, and it is very important because Rufus Buck is released in it, and it is also written in it that all the criminal records of the Rufus Buck gang have been erased. That's why we are free from today. In fact, we have been given money to kill you because we have come to know that you are very corrupt. You destroyed a city for a few pennies. Actually, this whole gang belonged to Rufus Buck, who knew that this train was also taking Rufus Buck somewhere else. After getting him released, Rufus Buck kills all the soldiers. Then he sits on his horse and leaves for Redwood City, which used to be the den of Rufus Buck. After going to jail, one of his men became the mayor of Redwood City, who had earned a lot of money from this city. Rufus Buck says to him after beating him well, "Get out of here, or you will die." In the next scene, U.S. Marshals come behind Nat Love, who says to him, "I have heard that you are earning a lot of money these days." Nat Love replies, "No, I just robbed the robbers. I have never robbed a bank. I am a good man." After saying this, U.S. Marshals say to him, "Do you know that Rufus Buck is free? I had thought that after his release, I would definitely take revenge on him. But what should I do? All his sins have been forgiven by the government." After telling this, he also arrests Nat Love for his bad deeds, and we see that in the middle of the road, the marshal had released him because the U.S. Marshal needed him. He hated Rufus Buck, and now he wanted to take revenge, but because he was in the position, he could not do this, and in such a situation, he needed Nat Love. They were talking about how people from his gang also come here with Nat's girlfriend. His girlfriend says to Nat, "What did you think? I will not understand all this drama." Nat Love replies, "Rufus is a very dangerous man. I did not want you all to be in danger because of my personal revenge." He tells his gang members go and have fun with the money you have looted, and he tells his girlfriend take care of yourself. I will be back soon. But no one was ready to listen to him because everyone wanted to go with him on his mission, for which these people leave for Rufus's city. Rufus Buck and his gang members are talking about how this place can become heaven for them again, but for this, they need a lot of money. The money that Rufus Buck's disloyal companion has taken from this city. But Rufus had another plan to collect money. It is shown that Rufus's gang gathers all the people of the city and tells them that they have news that the government is going to come to this city and that this city will be sold to big builders, because of which the houses of the people here will also be destroyed. If everyone wants to save their homes, then they will have to deposit $50,000, and Rufus Buck will help them. In response, the people here say, first of all, we will not be able to collect so much money. And secondly, how can we trust a bad man like Rufus Buck? As soon as he hears this, Rufus Buck says that I did not make this city just for myself. This is our city, and everyone will have to work hard for its development. I don't know, go and deposit $50,000, otherwise I will kill you all. The scene cuts and shifts to Nat's gang, where on the way to Redwood they find Redwood's mayor, whom Rufus had removed from his city, who tells them that Rufus Buck wants to save his city from the government, and for this he needs a lot of money. He is busy in collecting money. Nat's girlfriend tells him that your gang is very famous and everyone knows you. As soon as you enter in Redwood City, you will be shot dead. So I have decided that first I will go to Redwood City, and from there I will bring all the information about the Rufus gang to you. On Nat's refusal, she says that everyone knows that I have a lot of money and I run a whole chain of salons. Look, Rufus needs money. I will talk to Rufus's partner to buy his salon, and no one will even doubt me after all this. She leaves for Redwood City, where she is brought in front of Rufus, and she tells Rufus that I know you need money and that she wants to buy this salon. Rufus replies that yes, I know you. You are very rich, but I also know myself. Everyone knows my name. It is not a coincidence that a single girl comes to my den like this. As soon as he said this, she was arrested, and it was ordered that if no one came to take her by morning, she should be killed. When Nat's girlfriend does not reach her friends before morning as promised, they also realize that she is in danger. To save her life, they all reach Redwood City. As soon as they see Nat is held captive. Nat gets beaten up a lot, and then Rufus Buck, who is his real enemy and who he wants to avenge his childhood, comes in front of him and says, I made this cross on your head so that when you grow up, I can recognize you. Rufus says to Nat that I know you. You are a looter. You never robbed a bank, but now I want my money back, which you robbed from my gang for $25,000, plus $10,000 with interest. If you have to rob a bank, then go and do my work. Otherwise, I have your friend. Nat goes to his gang and tells them all the story, in which the U.S. Marshal says that it is wrong to rob a bank, but your friend is in their custody. Those men who robbed Rufus' gang, Nat tells them to go and get the money. Nat and a girl go to rob a bank. As soon as they reach there, they point guns at the workers, and the girls start collecting all the money. They leave without harming anyone. Nat's whole gang is now gathered with money, and U.S. Marshal says to Nat, I know Rufus very well. Even after taking the money, he will not leave your girlfriend. They were still thinking what to do when the mayor of Redwood City comes to them and told them that if you were thinking of war against Rufus, then I was with you. Rufus has a lot of weapons. He tells them that Redwood City has always been mine and I can do anything to get them. They left for Redwood City, and U.S. Marshal was driving the carriage because no goon could kill them easily. Everyone knew that if they were killed, the U.S. Army would follow them. Some of Rufus' gang's men come to Marshal, to whom Marshal says that I have come to make a deal with Rufus. As soon as he says, a big bomb blast occurred in Marshall's garage and Rufus's 4 men were killed, and everyone in the city runs away from here. After clearing the way, Nat Love comes to another garage with his gang. This garage has a lot of money and many dynamites with which they can destroy anything. Nat Love tells Rufus to leave his girlfriend first, and then whatever you want will happen, but unknowingly, Rufus's man puts a gun on him, and then Rufus's man kills him. Nat's man dies and a small war breaks out. Everyone was shooting at each other. Nat also shot Rufus's men. After which, we see a fight between Nat's girlfriend and Rufus's gang. Nat's girlfriend was also beaten, but Rufus's gang was defeated. When the mayor of Redwood comes to Rufus, Rufus kills him. I always knew that you were a cheater. Finally, Rufus and Nat Love meet. Rufus tells Nat Love the story of his life when he was a kid, and his dad was a very bad person. He was a bank robber. He used to beat his mom a lot along with him. One day, when Rufus's dad was beating him, his mom tried to save him. In anger, Rufus's dad killed his mom in front of his eyes and left Rufus. At that time, Rufus was only 10 years old. Rufus grew up, and he had only one thing on his mind, that he had to take revenge on his dad. After searching for many years, when he met his dad, he became a good person, and he made a new family. Rufus says that when I saw you for the first time, I felt very bad that after ruining my life and making me a goon, he was trying to give you a very good life. After hearing all this, Nat Love's eyes shed tears because somewhere he also had an idea that they were stepbrothers. Rufus says, "That day I left you alive, how will you live without your parents? And then you also became, just like me, a criminal, but I know you are a better criminal than me. I couldn't kill my brother that day, but I know you can kill me. Come, I am waiting for you to die. Come and kill me." As soon as Rufus says, Nat puts all the bullets from his gun in Rufus's chest. After killing him, he himself was very sad. In the next scene, we are shown that Nat has done the funeral of Rufus, and there is also a third grave there, which was of Nat Love, not because he himself died, but because he killed the old Nat Love. Now, after fulfilling his revenge, he wanted to live a new and good life with his life partner.